the Galaxy Z Flip 5. You guys saw my last video. You know I talked about the fact that I have two SIM cards, and one of those SIM cards is my Google Pixel Fold. But I said, you know, I might eventually put my second SIM card in my Z Fold 5. Where's my second SIM card right now? Z Flip 5. And I don't think I'm going to change it. I don't think I'm going to put the second SIM card in the any Z Fold 5 or any other device, because for the money, this is still the best foldable, flippable phone on the planet. Actually, ironically enough, one of my best friends, he actually recently picked up a Motorola Razr, right? The Razr Plus, it just came out. And he kind of liked it, but he was kind of iffy about it. I let him use my Z Flip 5. He returned it and picked up a Z Flip 5. It is that good. It really is. A Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, plenty of gigabytes of RAM, beautiful outside display, beautiful inside display. I mean, this phone is magical. I'd say magical to a point. But it's just so nice to, have a phone that you can slide in your pocket, put somewhere, and it's so small. The footprint of this phone is so amazing. I mean, again, like I said, it's an understatement to say that this is the best, for the money, again, foldable, flippable phone on the market. It does have my second SIM card. I don't use it as my daily driver. It's not even a secondary device. Every time I bring this phone, or I use it around the house, I will say, but when I'm going somewhere, let's say, for example, I'm going hiking, or I'm going somewhere where I just won't have that many pockets or backpacks, I bring this device. And it gets the job done perfectly fine, no issue at all, because it's so small, right? While usually I walk around with, a Google Pixel Fold, which, let's be honest, is not the smallest phone ever, then this is nice to have. Actually, if you guys watched my last video, these are the two phones I bring every time I leave the house. I always bring my Z Fold 5 and my Google Pixel Fold. But if I'm going somewhere and I need something, smaller, equipment on me, or I guess equipment, but smaller accessories on me, I use this phone right here. And to be honest, it is a great phone. And I still love it. 2 months later, this phone still is one of the best on the market. And if you're trying to get into a foldable phone, flippable phone market, this phone right here is the way to go. It has a beautiful outside display, like I said before. It has a beautiful foldable, flippable inside display. And the hinge is still perfect. The inside display is so perfect, I have no issue with it. The crease is there, but I will say I feel like the calibration on this crease is so much better than the Z Fold device series. It's just overall just an amazing device. I'm not trying to just fanboy on this device. The battery life is good. It's not fantastic. It's not perfect, but it's good. Now, I will say a lot of the reasons why I might bring my Z Fold 5 and Pixel Fold with me instead of this device is a little bit of the battery life. It is. Both of those phones get really, really good battery life. And this phone still gets a great one. It's just a smaller battery. It's a smaller battery, smaller device. That's kind of just how it works. You're not going to get the same exact, battery life out of a device that's, a lot bigger of a device with a bigger battery. So it is what it is, but for $1,000, you cannot go wrong with this phone. Even 2 months later, I've had no problems at all. I will say, overall-wise, my only problem, I know I just said no problems at all, but my only problem with this device is how hot it gets. And I'm saying that coming from a Google Pixel Fold owner, who, if you have owned a Google Pixel Fold, when you start using it for long periods of time, it heats up very quickly. And it actually slows down. Now, when this phone heats up, it does not slow down at all. But, the Google Pixel Fold, when it heats up, it does slow down. But this phone gets hot very, very quickly. If you ever charge this phone, when you charge this phone, you're going to tell real fast how hot it gets. It will feel like lava on your flesh when you try to take it off the charger. Now that's with a plastic case on it, right? Without the plastic case, I tested it without the plastic case, it's even hotter. Obviously, because now you're just touching straight on, metal, instead of touching a plastic case that takes away some of the heat resistance. But yeah, no, this phone overall-wise, that's my only complaint about it. There's not many things to complain about this device. You're getting a beautiful Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, beautiful cameras. The cameras are not the greatest. They're not. And when I say not the greatest, I'm comparing it to a Galaxy S23 Ultra, comparing it to an iPhone 14 Pro Max, comparing it obviously to Z Fold 5, Surface Duo 2, and then, you know, the Google Pixel Fold. And I know I put Surface Duo 2 in there for... We have to put it in there, okay? I still love my Surface Duo 2, even if the cameras are not up to date with all these other phones. It's not the best camera all time, but if you have used the previous versions of the Z Flip series, you will tell that this phone is very, very, very amazing camera-wise. It's a huge upgrade from the previous versions, which is a W. And the question is, would I recommend this phone to anybody? There was a point where I was saying that I would recommend this phone over any other foldable, flippable phone in the market. And yes, that was during the time that this was my daily driver every single day. And, you know, I was using it nonstop all the time. But since that time, and I know recently it's actually happened, Galaxy Z Flip 4 has gone on a huge, massive discount. It's a lot easier, a lot more obtainable to get when it comes to a good price tag. And while this phone is still great, you can get this phone usually around $700, $800, dependingly on what sale you're going for. The Z Flip 4, if you can find it from anywhere from, I'd say, $300 to $400, which on some second-hand websites like eBay and Mercari, you could find it there. I'm not saying, you know, it's going to be easy. Sometimes it does take some searching, and sometimes it takes some time to get a listing that pops up that's actually really that great. But that phone, I will say, if you can get for that price tag, it's better than this one, right? Because of the price tag wise. The upgrades from the Z Flip 4 to the Z Flip 5, obviously, is this beautiful outside display. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor. You know, it does have, of course, better resistance with the inside screen. And again, like I said, it's still a really great phone. It's just that Z Flip 4, if you can get it for the correct price tag, I would probably go with that phone. Unless you really, truly believe you're going to use the outside display as much as, you know, if it's worth them extra or whatever money, $300-$400, if you're going to use the outside display a lot. Me personally, I do use the outside display a lot. I really do like the outside display. It gives you all your information at a quick glance. And you can actually run full level applications with this outside display without any problem at all. And I think that's a huge plus size benefit. But if you're not going to use the outside display that much, and you know you're not going to, and you're like, I just want a flippable phone because I want to get in the flippable phone, you know, market, then you probably are going to look at something like, you know, a Z Flip 4, right? And again, like I said, you can use application fully on the outside display. But if you are like just trying to get into the flippable phone market, you want to see if you like it, you want to see it, you know, how it feels, go with a Z Flip 4 at a very discounted price. But if you're ready to get into foldable, flippable phones, and you want to, you know, go out there and get the best of the best, this is the best of the best. 1000%, this is the hands down best flippable phone on the market right now. This is the best flippable phone for the price tag on the market right now that you can pick up. So I definitely recommend it in that aspect. Again, like I said, I'm just trying to look for every point of view. Someone who might just be joining the foldable phone market. You could always get a little bit cheaper and kind of get your, you know, toes in the water without going all out and spending all the money, right? Thank you guys for watching, though. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.